The Singhs are not the type of people to ask for help. They've worked hard to build a home, a business and a family here in Australia. But red tape is threatening to tear this father away from his 4-year-old son and wife, and they didn't know where else to turn.
Oh, my boy. You gonna help me?
Little Jarro idolises his dad. In his eyes, there's no one cooler because his dad drives trucks.
That's again. Oh.
I'm scared. Try to do it again.
He's world to me. And he loves his daddy. And I love him.
The thought of being apart tears Gagandeep Singh up inside. And now it's a very real possibility.
He's a fool. How can I explain it? It's hard to explain. Daddy going away for 2 years, could be 3 years. Here. He won't understand.
Gagandeep, or Gavi as he calls himself, left India behind for a better life in Australia.
Gavi, Phoebe, I pronounce you as husband and wife.
It was the best decision he ever made. He found love with Phoebe. They got married and had a beautiful boy together. But now, 14 years after arriving here, the Immigration Department tells him he has to leave.
What am I going to do now? I don't have a choice. I can't take them with me.
Not only will it break up a family, but Gavi really is the glue keeping them together, supporting Jarro's mum, who has health issues.
With my fibromyalgia, some days I can be good, some days I can be bad.
So if Gavi leaves, how will you support your family, what's left of your family, financially?
So obviously I'd be going and getting government, help, which I don't really like doing that, but I've got no choice, really.
Don't spill it. All right, I'm gonna put the water on the tyres, you wash it, all right?
Immigration lawyer Joseph Italiano is fighting to keep Gavi in Australia.
To me, it's inexplicable. There's no character concerns for this man. There's no health issues that would cost the public purse. It seems inhumane. It seems lacking compassion.
We're living in limbo, basically.
It's not like Phoebe and Gavi are fighting this alone. In fact, far from it. More than 1,300 supporters have signed this petition to keep Gavi with his family. The community here in Gippsland is right behind them, from Jarro's kinder to the federal member for the region.
G'day, mate, how are you?
G'day, how are you?
Good to see you.
Thank you very much.
Federal MP Darren Chester.
Yeah, I've written a letter of support for the family because I recognise that they've got a legitimate case to put to the Minister and they're employing people and keeping themselves employed at a time when we need people who want to make that contribution to our region.
So what sort of hours are you working?
Work 8 to 10 hours.
5 days a week?
5 days a week, depends. If they ask me 6, happy to work 6.
So you're working pretty hard to support your family?
Yes, of course. I never sit back.
Gavi has been running his own transport business, working as a subcontractor. But the looming prospect of being deported from his hometown of Sale forced him to downsize.
And how many truckies did you employ?
I got 2 full-times and now I have to let them go because I have to sell everything. If I have to go back, it's going to be very difficult.
So you've been here 14 years, you support your family.
Yes.
You've married an Australian woman.
Yes.
You have an Australian child.
Yes. Only my concern is my son.
And yet the minister won't intervene?
Nah.
We never open our hands for the government to give us help. So I can work, no problem.
If the government doesn't budge, Gavi must go back to India and make a new visa application from there, leaving the door open for Gavi's greatest fear.
I won't make it back to the country. And I've been paying taxes. I've been living my life. I don't kill anyone. I didn't hurt anyone. Why have to go through this punishment? Why? Why my son have to suffer? Why Phoebe have to suffer?
The father arrived in Australia on a student visa in 2009, which expired 4 years later.
Then he applied for a partner visa That was unsuccessful, and if you apply for a partner visa and it's been refused by the tribunal, you can't lodge a second one.
But you can, Joseph Italiano tells us, try for a protection visa, which Gavi did. It was refused, so his lawyer asked for ministerial intervention.
The minister can intervene through the stroke of a pen and grant a partner visa. 3 years later, the minister decided it's not consistent with his guidelines. In my opinion, it flies in the face of his guidelines because there's a child involved.
Come on. The baby. You want to pet him?
Jarrow was just a baby when Gavi's lawyer first requested the minister's help. All the while, their father-son bond only getting stronger.
And chickens.
And chickens, that's right.
Joseph Italiano has now asked the minister to reconsider.
If the minister does want to intervene, he would have to leave. Phoebe will go on to Centrelink. She'll lose her apartment. Gargandip will leave debts behind.
Gavi is now on a bridging visa for 1 month, waiting to hear back and savouring every family moment he can.
Are you consciously trying to put on a brave face for Jarrow?
Yes, that's what I try.
Yeah.
Be a good father for him, provide everything he needs.
He's a kitty, all right. And he loves his daddy.
Yes.
Don't you, Jarrow? Yeah.
How much you love you, Daddy? 1,000.
1,000 he loves.
What do you think about the 1 million?
There's no if, buts or maybes about it. This is the end of the road.
That's the end of the road. There's no hope after that.
Leaving Australia wouldn't just mean losing his family. Gavi would be losing the country he calls home.
Brown Aussies.
That's how you feel?
Yeah.
He said that when he met me.
What did he say?
That he was an Indian stuck in... No, an Aussie stuck in an Indian body.
And this dad has so many more dreams he wants to pursue here.
Establish my business a bit more, buy a house, and have another child. Don't make us apart. I would like to stay together as a family.
Oh, thank you.
We have contacted the new Labor government, but an immigration minister is yet to be sworn in. And yes, for Gavi and his family, we will stay on the case.